conservative and traditional, and the girls should be as raunchy as possible?
I mean, not that. I mean, magazines I've worked for, there've been men who are sort of bare-chested and they've just got a Sherwani on. It's selling the image. I mean, it is sort of coming away from that traditional element. But it's not a sort of a sexist thing, whereas the girl's got to wear something very revealing and the guy's got to be very conservative. I mean, I guess I've been lucky in that sort of sense. I have done sort of swimwear stuff, and then I've done traditional elements, sort of Western and
traditional swimwear.
Yeah. I mean, from clothing wise.
Right. Right.
But I mean, back to the element of sort of Asian wear. Like I said, from the time when my mum started 20 years ago, you had Asian suits where you had like sort of gurta, and then you had dupka work and all that sort of stuff. Now you've got linga that have got Swarovski crystals in, which sort of 10 years ago you never heard of. That is it's a Western influence.
Sure. Asif, what do you think about Asian fashion? You work with a lot of different people that are Asian designers, and what do you think of the stuff that's coming out?
Well, Asian fashion actually divides from culture and beliefs, and I've been kind of up and down UK looking at different designs, looking at different shops, and if I was to go towards north, you notice, let's say Yorkshire, you notice that clothes are more conservative. If I was to go down towards south,
Asian clothes.
Yeah.
So basically, Asian families up north are just more conservative.
That's what we
tend.
I don't know if that, well, from our findings anyway. And if you go towards south, then it become a bit more less of fabric, as to speak.
Right.
Okay. But the thing is there's a new kind of market out there for, there's a new consumerism out there that want this type of clothes. Okay. And our prime target audience is 21 to 31, and we've done like a market research.
You don't have any nannies coming to you, like we've been talking about, glam, BBs, and nannies? Is it just 21 to 31?
That's our prime. That's our prime target audience. We came for 21 to 31 who very career orientated and haven't got time to shop around.
What is she wearing? What would that client be wearing?
What they're wearing, they want to wear clothes. And one of the questions we ask them is, where would you be wearing Asian clothes? Do you wear Asian clothes for a start? And where would you be wearing it? And most of them will be parties, and mostly parties and events. And so,
are they looking for the more traditional Asian clothes? Are they looking for something that they could possibly wear to an English function as well?
There is a market out there that are looking for more traditional clothing. Let's not get that mixed up, because this is a different market sector that I've noticed that do want kind of more weaving clothes but want to get away with it, or have kind of distant away from the Asian culture and want to be linked to Asian culture by having something that has a slightly Asian influence.
Right.
Now,
we're talking about slight Asian influence, though, right? You can put a little bit of embroidery on and say it's Asian
exactly,
inspired.
because there's a question we're asking, what is Asian design? I mean, you can go to Topshop and you can get clothes that have Asian influence to it, which becomes an Asian design clothes. Sure. So maybe in 10 years' time, these girls will be shopping in Asian clothes, or they'll be going to Topshop, seeing clothes that's been influenced with Asian clothes. Whether that be a season or a different season. Not long ago, we've seen a trend where it was very much kind of Eastern Japanese kind of style.
Right.
Okay.
Now, we've got two guys on this panel and lots of girls right here. Would you guys be okay with your partners, your sisters, wearing what you see in magazines, what you might be designing yourself, what you're selling? I mean, are you okay with that?
If it's worn in a kind of provocative way, then yes.
But there's certain outfits that cannot be worn in any other way besides provocative.
That's where I'll kind of draw the line, because, and I'm sure she'll understand that as well. I mean, at the end of the day, if she wants to wear what she wants, then that's down to her. But
when do you draw the line? Where would you draw the line? How much is too much?
I mean, it's a personal preference. You can't tell someone.
But what about your personal preference? Where would you personally draw the line?
I mean, in terms of an Asian outfit, I don't think I'd be comfortable with my my missus wearing a bikini with a sari. I mean, I know that's been. I mean, Pussycat Dolls did it when they went to a red carpet.
That's the Pussycat Dolls, and they're
that's
not
them,
Asian.
yeah. But I mean, that influences how girls in the audience or girls out there dress. I mean, they look really glamorous, but there might be some girls who want to do that. But going to an Asian wedding. You can't
See, but that, I
necessarily do that.
understand being influenced by the media, by what you see in magazines, and that's all well and good. Growing up, I was told that, you know, those magazines are mainstream magazines. That's not for you. We don't wear this. We're Eastern, you know, what you
But
see
why
in those...
shouldn't it be for you? I mean...
Because our culture, once again, it's on self-respect. It's about modesty. Why do you have to cover your hair if you go into a mosque or a gurdwara? It's about having that sort of modest kind of attire and look. If you're going to expose yourself too much, then the kind of looks you're going to get is going to be kind of sleazy, you know. So the more you're covered up you are, that's why I equate it with Easternness, because that's what I was taught growing up. That, okay, you know, if you're looking at Vogue, that's not for you. But now if you open up an Asian magazine, you're seeing very similar things. So it's kind of confusing for a girl growing up now as to what is Asian